question, and I think this can go to both of you. We're in a state where you're not putting this in a truck and bringing it up. It's coming to us through the mail. It's coming to us through the air, and one would think we've got some intercept points where we can be doing a better job. Administrator Milgram, you mentioned that so much is being distributed now through the ease of apps, of social media. What more do we need to be doing? What more resources can we be providing, either through DEA, through FBI, to figure out how we can better intercept what we're seeing coming into our states, and particularly someplace as remote as Alaska? Do you have what you need?
Senator, if I could start on public awareness, because I couldn't agree more. I think it's one of the most vital things that all of us can be doing, because the way the cartels are doing this to make fake pills look exactly like a real drug, they are tricking intentionally. And so we talk about it as deliberate, calculated treachery or hiding it in other drugs. And so we want everyone to understand that fentanyl kills, that one pill can kill, and that there are no second chances with fentanyl. And so we have a campaign at DEA. We call it One Pill Can Kill. We do not brand it. It's on our website, so anyone can take it and use it. And we put all of the materials up there, emoji codes for social media, so a parent could know what a drug code might be. We have police departments across.
Do you have it on, if somebody's got their smartphone, does it pop up and say one pill can kill?
We would love for it to be at that point where if someone goes on a social media app, they would see something like that. Because again, we've got colleges taking it, we've got schools using it, we've got police departments. But my view is the more we can do to help all Americans understand and convince people to have conversations with their families about this threat, the more progress we can make. Even one life lost is too many. In terms of what we need, just one quick note on social media. The Deputy Attorney General brought us together recently, myself, the President's Homeland Security Advisor, with the social media companies. And she was clear in saying that this is an emergency and that she's asking the social media companies to change their terms of service to have a zero tolerance policy for narcotics trafficking, just like they do for child sexual exploitation or for terrorism, and also to report more to law enforcement. So we would be delighted also to work with members of this committee on some thoughts on social media. In terms of transportation, we are very actively tracking the way that fentanyl is coming into Alaska. And you are right in saying that because it's also so tiny amounts can be transported easily by boat, by plane. And so we're looking at all these different aspects and really trying to, across the entire country, map all of the supply routes and target the individuals and the suppliers as well as the local distributors.
And I know, we all know that there's more that can be done. And I look at this issue, I think about the issue that we have in the state when it comes to human trafficking and the rates of human trafficking that we are seeing, especially amongst our homeless youth and our Alaska Native people. This remains a concern. And so I think about our situation up north. We've got one field office in Anchorage. We have two satellite offices, one in Fairbanks and in Juneau. We've got this crisis stage, in my view, when it comes to fentanyl. We've got issues related to the human trafficking, and I worry that we don't have the resources that we need to make a difference in these just frightening areas. Administrator Ray, you can choose to comment on that. I know that we are well over our time to go into closed session, but.
I would just say, as you know, Senator, I've been up to visit our office there, and more importantly, even our law enforcement partners up there twice. And the thing that really strikes me, besides how small the footprint is in some sense, how massive the footprint is in another sense, and then last but not least, how closely the partners work together. And I say that with the vantage point of somebody who's been to all 56 FBI field offices twice, and the Anchorage field office and the relationships they've built with each other, federal, state, local partners, is pretty striking, and I think it's, in some ways, there's nothing that brings people together faster and more closely than a common, really massive challenge.
Yeah, they're good, but they're overwhelmed. Thank you.
Thank you,
Madam Chair.
Senator Murkowski.